Ever wondered how thousands of stage lights across the arenas, concert or massive festivals all stay synchronized perfectly together? Let me tell you what's making these huge connections possible. 1. The protocol is called ArtNet, and 2. This is simpler than you would imagine. And today we will dive into everything you will need to know about it. We're going to break down what ArtNet is, how it works, and then you would know how it changed the entire lighting industry. But first, let's rewind back. What was lighting before ArtNet? Did you know ArtNet is not just for big concerts or festivals? It's also used for theme parks, architectural lighting installations all over the world. So imagine a time where lighting desks were directly connected to the fixtures through long run of DMX cables. Hundreds of meters of wiring, limited universes. And the setups, oh my god, they started getting messier the bigger you started to get. Every additional universes mean more cable and more cable. So the system worked, but it was slow and heavy and extremely stressful. You can see that. And that meant we, lighting people, were suffering, where those network people were having great time connecting a lot of computers under same network. And that was the time DMX met network in dire need. They fell in love and the baby's name is ArtNet. ArtNet came as a bridge between lighting world and the world of network. So instead of being limited to those heavy DMX cable, ArtNet allowed DMX data to travel over a standard Ethernet, which is pretty cheap. And that meant less cabling, higher flexibility, and almost ultimate scalability. So all of a sudden, lighting setups could jump from few fixtures to dozens of universe or hundreds. But hold on, what exactly is ArtNet and how is it different than DMX itself? ArtNet is a communication protocol that sends DMX data over IP network. Think of it as a DMX but riding over Ethernet using network switches, routers, Cat5 or Cat6 cables. So it was developed to solve the growing need for bigger and faster lighting communication. And because it uses standard networking gear, it's both cost-effective and familiar for anyone who knows computer. So how does it work behind the scene? ArtNet takes DMX data, breaks it into packets and send it across the network using UDP. These packages carry informations about universes, channels and values, which receiving devices then interpret as lighting instructions. And the beauty, multiple universes can travel down a single Ethernet cable, just one cable. This makes scaling up a show more manageable. But to set up ArtNet in real world, what are the items you would need? At the very least, you would need 3 things. 1. A sending device, 2. A receiving device, and 3. Network infrastructure in between. The sending device is often your lighting console software. The receiving device can be a node that converts ArtNet back to DMX that connects to your lighting fixture. And in between, you use routers, switches and Ethernet cables. In the later part of this video, we will know exactly what we need. But now, let's make this even simpler. How do we convert a basic lighting setup into an awesome ArtNet-based lighting setup? In the simplest form, you might have a lighting console directly connected to a DMX fixture using a DMX cable. This is straightforward, but as the number of fixture grows, so does the headache. More channels you need, the more universes you would require, and this is where ArtNet gets in. So when you replace the DMX cable with ArtNet, you have one sender unit and a receiver unit, and you might have a Cat6 or a Cat5 cable in between. In some cases, to amplify those signals, you might need to add a switcher in between. The result: clean cabling and faster communication, and the ability to add more devices and more humans into the whole system. Speaking of multiple humans, what if all the other people on the panel, lighting operators, VJs, AV engineers, all can share their data across all over the installation? Means, what if the VJ could send the color to lights and the lighting guy could control the strobe? That would be crazy, right? ArtNet makes that possible. multiple ArtNet sending device. Sometimes you just don't have one console, maybe you have a backup disk or a media server like Resolume or MadMapper is sending ArtNet alongside lighting console. Maybe you are playing lasers with Pangolin system. And yes, multiple singers can coexist, but you need to manage and prioritize and avoid conflicts. This is where ArtNet structure really shows its power. On the receiver's end, ArtNet is not just limited to lighting fixtures. Today, huge variety of devices can act as ArtNet receivers. LED strips, LED panels, they take data through LED processors. Lasers that sync visual directly to the bit via ArtNet commands. Even the media servers and the video playback systems use ArtNet for timecode triggers, cue changes and synchronizing visuals with lights. And yes, even projectors in interactive installation can receive ArtNet to map visual content in sync with stage lighting. ArtNet has grown far beyond being lighting only tool. It's now a nervous system of an entire show production. I'm going to give you a list of things you may need to set up your own ArtNet for yourself. Before we dive into the list, let me tell you, I'm currently coaching / guiding / training awesome people just like you, one-to-one or in groups. If you think I can bring help to you, projection mapping, lighting, VJ, software training, content designing, or your unique challenges that you think that I might help you, reach me out. We will talk. Let's say you have a lighting desk like this and you have a DMX fixture like this. They are usually connected by a DMX cable like this. Now use a device like this which can take a DMX signal as an input and ArtNet signal as output. And on the other end, you add some data that can receive that Cat6 and output to DMX. Guess what? This device can do both, but one at a time. That means if you set this to input mode, this won't output or vice versa. So I'm going to add a link in the description where you can check out my recommendation for VJ stuff. You can get the best ArtNet devices and Cat6 cables in that link. Let's say you have a DMX controller like this and a DMX fixture like this, and usually they are connected like this using a DMX cable. Now add a device like this to convert to DMX output to ArtNet and use this device to receive this signal. Now let's replace this DMX cable with a Cat6 or Cat5. It's done and happy. So this controller is vintage. What if we have a modern lighting controller or a software? We must have an ArtNet output, means it must have a network port. If there is, we don't need this converter to send ArtNet from this side. All universe's input data can be connected to one cable just here. But what if you need more universes? This is where you get some ArtNet to DMX converter that can take one ArtNet and convert to multiple universes of DMX, like 4 universes or 8 universes. So we replace our receiving device with this and add more fixture with different universes. To amplify the network signal and make proper infrastructure, we add network switches in between. And now another ArtNet sending person, such as your bro or a hot chick, shares a joint, shows up with a cool Alienware laptop, joins in your ArtNet. That is going to get you closer. If you think this video got you one step closer to understanding this amazing world of live show productions, you may want to subscribe this channel. And hi, my name is Zunaid Sabbir Ahmed. I'm from a beautiful country called Bangladesh. And yo, check this out, this amazing fixture. If you want to know more, click here. See you in that video.